I thought I would share some of the things that I've learned from living in the ALU-CAB canopy camper for the last 6 weeks while I've been traveling from southern Florida, and right now I'm in Oregon. I hope some of these ideas apply to you, whether you are overlanding or just driving your car around town. There's something here, I hope, for everybody. And I know that I'm not covering everything, so leave a comment down below. Let us all know. Maybe I'll learn something, and I really appreciate that. If you're a subscriber, thank you. If you're not, please consider subscribing to Overlandscapes. Hit that bell also so that you'll get notified of recent uploads that I make. Okay, I'm going to start here at the back. One of the things that's always bothered me is getting locked inside. Now, that's not too critical if the tent is up because you can get out through the window, right? But what if the top is down and you climb in there to use the restroom, the porta potty, and some good Samaritan comes along and says, oh, this is unlatched, and they latch it from the outside. Let me show you what I mean. So what I used to do is I'd leave the handle, which is the lock also, open, and then I would climb inside, and from the inside I would close this. The problem is that somebody could just swivel this around and put it up there, and then next thing you know, you're locked in, right? So that would be pretty serious, especially if you did not have the side windows open. You would be stuck in there. You couldn't get out because the top would be down, the windows, side doors would be locked, and the back door would be locked. So I asked my vehicle outfitter about it, and nobody had any suggestions there. And I thought and thought, and one day I was watching a video produced by the company ALU-CAB, and they were talking about why they used this type of a cargo hold lock latch. And it occurred to me that just the opposite was true. You could swing it in the other direction and prevent somebody from locking this. So let me swing the camera around so you can see what I'm talking about. So first thing that you do is you notice as you swivel this how the locking hinge part there is moving. So you just slightly lift up on the lever and then pull it back this way until it's not turning anymore, and do that again, because what you want to do is to swing this out all the way, as far this way as it will go. So now if I lift up slightly, it's not going to move anymore because it's all the way over. I'll pull this over and leave it like that. So now when I climb inside and then I close the door behind me, it's going to shut all the way and I can latch it from the inside. But you'll notice here that that locking mechanism is no longer engaged. And if somebody tries to unlock this, they won't be able to get this past. That's kind of hard for me to do it here with one hand and one knee. But make sure this is all the way out, and then close the door, and then you're golden. You don't have to worry about some good Samaritan locking you in, right? Okay. As long as we're talking about the back door, you'll notice that I use a bungee cord right here. And it keeps the door slightly closed, so it's not all the way open. One of the reasons that I don't want it to open completely is because I have a second propane tank holder here. And you will notice that the pin right here would hit if this opened all of the way, and it could possibly put a dent, damaging the door right there. So the other thing that the bungee cord does for me is that it releases the stress off of this mount right here, this strap, and I don't have to worry about how much stress is getting here. Now, if you get a really big wind gust, it can still open this, but by the time it gets all the way open, it's not hitting as hard or strong. And I actually have a second one here that if it's really a windy day, I will take that also and pull it around, strap it. So now I've got double bungees, and it works really well. The other thing that I use the bungee cord for is that when I climb inside, I grab a hold of this and I pull, and then I can grab the door and get it shut. First thing in the morning, I'm holding on to this so that the door doesn't fly open. And then I reach over and I latch it right there, hook it on to that. And then, again, the door is protected from any wind or anything like that. When I'm closing the ALU-CAB canopy tent, I make sure that the bungee cord is over the strap. In other words, the strap is underneath that. And the reason for that is, I don't know if we'll see this, as I pull this out, it's putting pressure on both sides to pull the tent in towards the middle so that the top can close down without hitting it. I still have to hit the sides in here once it's down to get it in, but it helps immensely. Now, one of the problems that I run into, and if you have one of these too, this is second generation, one of the problems that I have is that the struts are extremely strong. And so what I have to do sometimes is I will actually put both feet up here and pull, trying to get that to come down. And the hotter it is outside, like in BLM land, you know, usually that's really hot desert type of stuff, these get to be extremely strong. And I am afraid that I'll get into a situation where I cannot pull it down. I don't weigh all that much. I imagine there's other people that weigh as, you know, the same weight or less than me, and they're trying to do that. So that can be a serious issue. And I wish ALU-CAB would address that and do something about it, recognizing that not everybody weighs 250 pounds, right? So as a backup measure, what I have is a heavy duty tie down. And this is a little ratchet. And basically I put it from my step up onto the strap, and then I start winching it down. Now this is not going to winch it all the way down, but it gets it down enough that then I can grab it and pull, and I have done that once and it worked. I have more than one of these with me, so I could pull one down as far as it goes, strap on the next one and pull it down even further. But by the time it gets down a ways, you're going to be able to pull it all the rest of the way down. Incidentally, putting both feet up there is kind of dangerous, because as you try to walk it down, you know, I've slipped and skinned my leg. So be careful out there. You know, that is pretty far up there, isn't it? Well, the other day I was camping and it was really, really windy. And I did not have the pull down strap underneath that bungee cord. Right now it is. And that's what I always do now. But it was able to flap around in the breeze, and it blew up on top of the tent and got caught on one of the cargo carriers. And I could not reach it. I stood here, I still could not reach it. And so luckily I had a fishing rod with me. And I was able to get the fishing rod up and the tip of it underneath this handle on the strap. And then I was able to get the tent down. But be careful. Wind can really wreak havoc if you're not prepared for it. I have more. If you have some ideas that I haven't mentioned here, please share them. Not only with me, but with everybody else. But comment down below. Sure appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to Overlandscapes. And hit that bell, because more videos are coming your way. Just today alone, I've gone through 4 batteries of GoPro.